My Lord and my God, I firmly believe that you are here, that you see me, that you hear me. I adore you with profound reverence. I ask you for pardon for my sins and grace to make this time of prayer fruitful. My Mother Immaculate, Saint Joseph, my Father and Lord, my guardian angel, intercede for me. A couple of years ago, the memorial we celebrate today was introduced into the liturgical calendar, January 2021. And shortly afterwards, I was talking to my mum, and she asked me, "Have you read about the feast of Saints Martha, Mary, and Lazarus?" I told her that I had, and she was thrilled. A few years earlier, over a cup of coffee, she had told me the story of Saint Macrina. She explained that Saint Macrina was the sister of Saint Basil the Great, Saint Gregory of Nisa, and Saint Peter of Cesaria. But on Wikipedia, I found out that this is Macrina the Younger, because there is Saint Macrina the Elder, who was her grandma, and was the mother of Saint Basil the Elder, who was the father of Saint Macrina the Younger, and her brothers Basil the Great, Gregory of Nisa, and Saint Peter of Cesaria. Now I was amused with all this, but my mother was thrilled. Do you realize that Macrina the Elder was the mother of a saint and the grandmother of at least 4 saints? I want to be like her. Well, let's pray that she becomes the mother and grandmother of many saints. So when the feast of Saint Martha and Mary and Lazarus was announced, my mum told me the same thing. Look at that, another family of saints. How wonderful, Jesus, to be able to celebrate 3 siblings together. Perhaps you're listening to this meditation with your family, with your spouse, with your parents or children, and if not, you will probably forward it to all the members of your family. Can you imagine one day celebrating the feast of the Smith family, or the Kennefic family, or the Carroll family, or the Love family? The mother, a saint, the father, a saint, and saints, all the children. Wow. Well, that's precisely what you, Jesus, are expecting to happen. Maybe not necessarily that all the members of the family be canonized, but that we all be saints. Pray with me for your family now. Jesus, may all the members of my family become saints. May none of those you have given me be lost. Like Saint Martha, Saint Mary and Saint Lazarus, like Saint Macrina and her granny and father and brothers. Because when we read in the Gospel the story of Martha, Mary and Lazarus, we learn many things that are common to every family. One of the texts that we can choose today is that scene in which you, Jesus, were speaking to your disciples in Bethany. Mary was listening attentively. Lazarus probably did too. But Martha was pacing back and forth, serving until she ran out of patience. And she told you, Jesus, "Lord, do you not care that my sister has left me alone to serve? Then tell her to help me." You see, that family was like yours and mine. Or haven't you ever heard the same things in your house?
Mom, I set the table yesterday. Tell Tommy to get up and do something.
Hey, I emptied the dishwasher. It's Mary's turn.
What are you talking about? There was no dishwasher yesterday, you cheeky. We had a barbecue with plastic plates.
Liar, I washed the cutlery for breakfast.
But there were 3 spoons.
And on and on and on. Like in every country, like in any family. It happens in the best families, so probably in yours as well. It happened in mine. So Martha was complaining that Mary didn't do anything. And the other text to choose today is that of the resurrection of Lazarus, with some delightful dialogues of Martha and Mary with you, Jesus, with the confidence of a friend to whom you can say and ask for anything. Martha reproaches you for being
Too late. Lord, if you had been here, my brother would not have died.
And you, Jesus, comforted her in an endearing conversation. And then Martha goes to her sister Mary, who was weeping, and whispers in her ear,
The master is here, and is calling for you.
The sister brings her sister to you, Jesus. And there goes Mary with the same confidence as her sister to complain because you, Jesus, were late. It is all so familiar. The way the sisters treat each other, the affection they have for the brother, Lazarus, the trust they have in you, Jesus. And you, when you saw the sisters weeping for Lazarus, you wept as well. You see, Mary, Martha, and Lazarus, they are not saints because they preached like the apostles all over the world, or because they performed miracles. As far as we know, they were not religious or virgins, or Lazarus was a priest. Martha, Mary, and Lazarus were friends of God. That's what holiness is about. Bethany was like your second home, Jesus. After that home in Nazareth of Mary and Joseph, and even after warning your disciples that the Son of Man has nowhere to lay his head, you always had food and bed in Bethany. And I can imagine you, Jesus, there in your sleepers, at ease, like one of those friends or one of those cousins who can walk right into the kitchen, open the fridge without asking for permission, and grab a can of Coke. One of those family friends who can't stay for dinner without being invited. Who can take Nutella and spread it on a piece of toast, as if it was his. Who can even take a nap on Daddy's exclusive sofa. You know, one of those that when you introduce him to other friends, you say, he is like one of the family. He's like another brother. So you who pray with me, don't you wish that Jesus could be, for your family, one of those friends? Such a good friend of the family that he is so involved in the house. He forms part of the home in such a natural way that it seems like he is one of the family. He lives there as well. So, what if we were to transform our homes into Bethany? What if our family were like that of Martha, Mary, and Lazarus? What if you, Jesus, came and lived in our home and were so comfortable, so well cared for, so at ease, that you made our house your second home? What if by treating you like this, Jesus, we became your close friends, like Martha, Mary, and Lazarus? And by becoming friends, we will love you more and more each day. And by loving you more each day, we would help one another to be holy. Parents to children, children to parents, children to the siblings. You see, what if our home becomes a factory of saints? Like the one in Bethany, like the one of Saint Macrina, the elder, right? Jesus, be part of our family. Make my home your Bethany, where we care for you, and we talk to you and listen to you, where we love you as much as Martha, Mary, and Lazarus. My Immaculate Mother, help my family, so that your Son, Jesus, may be part of it. Own it. Be at ease with us. I give you thanks, my God, for the good resolutions, affections, and inspirations that you have communicated to me in this meditation. I ask you for help to put them into effect. My Mother Immaculate, Saint Joseph, my Father and Lord, my guardian angel, intercede for me.